Real Animals Fishing Show is presented by Yellowfin Yachts. Hey gang, today I'm fishing out of the Plantation on Crystal River, Florida. My good friend Captain Mario Castello's gonna put me on the fish. Whatever you do, don't touch that dial. It's gonna be off the hook. What we've done this morning, we've taken about a 20-minute run from the Plantation. We've come out Crystal River to this big bay here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start on some oyster bars, some bar edges, some hard sand edges. We got incoming tide all morning. Right now we got very, very low water, so we're gonna start working these edges. Mario's throwing a mirror lure top water. I'm throwing a Mirrodine. We're gonna work these with some hard baits and see what we can score here first thing this morning. Wow, woo, Jack, woo!
These are the annoying size ones.
Yeah,
here.
but boy, that was cool. That topwater explosion was really, really sweet. I'm fishing the hook up too, I think. That was sweet. You call that whatever you want, my friend. That was a really sweet explosion. The one thing nice about them jacks, when they're around, they eat.
Yep, they do.
They feed. And those are my favorite type of fish to catch, the ones that are feeding.
You get
I
whacked.
got roasted. I don't know what it was, but he whacked me. Now, and I don't know how anything can whack a Mirrodine soft plastic bait with all them treble hooks and miss. I stuck Mario in the hand earlier.
Yeah.
All he did was walk by.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty big body of water. Lots and lots of oyster bars. We're fishing these bars, the bigger bars right here, fishing the washouts and the corners. See if there's any snook out here. We see a lot of trout here in the cooler months, and every now and again we get the bigger trout here in the warmer months. On a different tide though. I don't think we'll see any trout here this morning, but we're gonna try to get us a nice snook. You got it, whatever it was. There it goes.
Jacks.
Yeah.
Ooh, and redfish.
Redfish.
There's a redfish in there. I got a jack, but
Yeah,
there's a red. Look at the redfish are right there. Look at that school of redfish.
Yep. Holy
Set the power pole. Set the power pole. Whole school of redfish right here. Oh man.
Ooh, did you get one?
I don't know. I think it's a jack. It's a jack, but the reds and the jacks are all mixed in together. Uh-oh. That's all redfish right there. See him?
I got stuck in the bar. Oh, there he's out.
Look how red. I wish I had a jig. They need a jig quicker. I'll bet. That is a huge.
Golly.
Oh, you got him right in the.
Yeah, right in the head.
Wow. Well, when you see something in water and it's making a large commotion, it could be a school of jacks. This time of year on the west coast, there's a lot of small baits. The bait is hatched. So you have big schools of small baits. And fish like the jacks need a lot of food because they work hard in the water. They're all muscle and they swim and they swim and they swim. So wherever you find those big concentrations of bait, you're gonna find jacks. I can't even see the hook through the grass. There you go. I see the hook.
He probably sucked it down.
It's on his sheet, but I don't want him to stick me with it, is what I don't want. You gotta be real careful when you're fishing with plugs that you don't own one of those plugs permanently in your hand. Well, that's what I'm trying to do here, is get this grass disconnected. Yeah, he took a swipe at that Mirrodine and it cheeked him. I'll get you undone here so you can get back to your friends. There you go. There you go.
Closed captioning brought to you by Gator Ford.
Working the outside edges of these bars on this incoming tide was a little slow to start. Got into some jacks, a few here, a few there, and then all of a sudden the mother lode. As soon as we got to an area where the water could come over, the baits would be splashing over, creates a great ambush point for those jacks. The jacks showed up really, really thick, and in with the jacks, there's some redfish mixed in. We can see them. Catching them is going to be a whole nother deal, but that's what we're working on now, is to try to pull a redfish or two out of these schools of jacks, maybe still catch that snook that's hanging on the outside edge of these bars. Uh-oh. What was that?
I don't know, but I just wanted to throw over the other side of the bar, see what was happening. We might just power pull. Yeah, there's stuff crawling back and forth across the top of this bar. I think we'll get us right to it and power pull us down.
Whatever it was pulling back. I don't have a, I call it a fish snob bone. A lot of people don't like jacks, you know, because they're not very good to eat, but I love them because they're action, and a fish just that size fights up a storm. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the battle. Swimming at me fast. What do we got here?
Red dog.
Nice.
Little red dog.
That's all right, that's all right. Paddle tails up over the Little John right now. Little redfish mixed in with all those mullet. The mullet are pushing around in this grass and on the edge here, kicking up crustaceans and shrimp and things in the grass. That's why a lot of times you'll find the redfish right in there with them, picking up the scraps, because the mullet are eating the grass and things on the bottom. They don't eat the crustaceans and the shrimp. So the redfish and the mullet oftentimes hang together. You'll find trout and snook in the same spots as well, just foraging off what the mullet kick up for them to eat.
One of the great things about the paddle tail is you can actually make it mimic a fish or a crustacean, depending on how fast or slow you work it.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be a professional fisherman to catch fish on it. A lot of people are intimidated by artificials, but this bait here, you know, a paddle tail, just retrieving it on a slow retrieve without giving it any rod tip action at all will make it swim, and you'll get that vibration in the water because of the paddle tail. And a lot of times that's the best way to work this bait. Trout?
Trout.
It's a nice trout too. Oh boy. All right. Catch me a snook, I'm gonna get silly.
All right. And a black drum.
And a black drum. There you go. Jumped all over the mirror lure soft shad there. I'm fishing mine on a 1/4 ounce jig head. I'm a very impatient human, so I like to go with a little bit heavier jig head. Helps me keep it close to the bottom. Mine's got a vibrating tail on it, a paddle tail. Kicks that vibration in the water. This time of year we get some glass minnows and a lot of small bait in the water. They can be a little translucent, a little light colored in the water. So I like this color right here to kind of mimic that. Mario's using a mirror lure Little John on an 1/8 ounce jig head. Looks kind of like a little rat tail, and it kind of stands up in the grass and in the little holes when you set it on the bottom. And fish just can't resist them. I got a trout and a redfish.
In today's Real Animals Tackle Box, Captain Mario and I are using 13 Fishing's 7-foot 7-inch Omen and Envy medium heavy fast action spinning rods, Quantum Cabo PTS 40 and Smoke Inshore PTS 40 spinning reels. We're using 10-pound and 15-pound braided line with 25-pound fluorocarbon leader. We were throwing Mirror Lure Sheep Pup topwater lures and Mirror Lure Little Johns in watermelon ice. We were also throwing Mirror Lure 4-inch soft shad in opening night. They were both fished on 1/8 ounce and 1/4 ounce jig heads. We also used 7/0 circle hooks and live shrimp to catch the big black drum. Real Animals Tackle Box is brought to you by Quantum, the real choice for the real animals. Strike King, #1 in fishing lures. 13 Fishing. Make your own luck. Mirror Lure, the record setter.
What we did was we came a little north here. We're at the mouth of the Withlacoochee River. What we're going to do is we're going to put on some of these big live shrimp. We're using 6/0 circle hooks. There's a huge school of big black drum right here in front of us, and we're going to drop these shrimp down in front of them, see if we can't get a couple of these big, beautiful fish. They're running probably 15 to 20, 25 pounds. Might even be some 30-pounders in here. We're going to see if we can get some of them to eat for you.
There's a school of about a half an acre of drum right here, and it's just a matter of time before they start eating. We've got a live shrimp. We're casting out live shrimp and just dropping it right in front of them, letting it free line, and they're scooping it up as they fall. We don't have any weight, using 6/0 circle hooks and live shrimp, and we're just letting it fall right in front of them naturally. All right, got one on right here.
Yes, you do.
There we go.
Oh, boy, Mario.
First hookup.
Way to start us out there, kiddo.
Uh-oh. One tail beat, they're 5 feet, 5 or 6 feet in one tail beat.
Their tail's as big as a broom.
Uh-oh. Is it a double? It may be. It is.
It is.
But we gotta,
Oh.
since we're only using 10-pound tests, I've put my finger on the spool to put a little bit of extra pressure, and when I feel that tail beat, you can feel it at the tip of this rod since it's so sensitive. You just let your finger go when he starts running, so you don't crank the drag down, and you don't want to break these fish off. There we go. I think I got this guy. All right, buddy.
Here.
No, I got it. I got it.
Sure?
I think I got it.
Well, mine's out a ways yet, so I can hold the rod while you get that one in.
All right. All right, buddy.
I'm
Gotcha.
surprised the sharks.
I got him. You can cut the
Sharks
rod down.
haven't-
I got him.
The sharks haven't tuned into these yet. You know, the way they tune into tarpon and
Yeah.
everything else, you know. There's so many of them right here. Is this water still pretty salty here?
Well, this is right at the mouth of the Withlacoochee, so it's quite fresh.
Okay.
We have a lot of fresh water here. The sharks might not be able to handle the low salinity. The bull sharks might be able to,
That
but
but that might be what brings the drum here too.
right.
You know, a little bit safer waters, less sharks.
All right, there's this one.
What a fish, dude.
Here, thump, 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 thump. He's about 30.
Hence
He's bottomed out the scale right there, and he's halfway in the water, so that'll tell you how big this guy is.
you know, this is a really short trip from Tampa. I left my house at around 5 o'clock this morning. Was at the dock, ready to leave the plantation before 7. Even had a chance to stop, get a bite to eat. So it's not that long a trip. And you too can come here, catch fish just like that. To have an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old in the boat, you know, boy
it's
or
crazy,
girl,
yeah.
once you catch one of them, a fish this big, they see it, they believe they can do it. I mean, you can turn them into an angler, you know, instantly with a fish this size.
And I get a lot of trips from folks that are from inner city that they don't do outdoor stuff.
Right.
So we take them scalloping. It's a good way to introduce kids to the outdoors.
Yep.
And then you're done scalloping in 3.5, 4 hours. So you come out here and finish the rest of the day off with 1 or 2 of these big pigs here. And it's a great way to introduce kids. That's how I got my kids to do this.
Uh-oh. Boy, that's a nice sound, isn't it?
This one's not as big as the other ones.
Oh, this one's only 15
This
pounds?
one's only a 15, 20 pounder. Yeah. These 13 rods are perfect for this.
Well, they have so much horsepower in the back, which is what you need. You got to have a little horsepower.
And they're sensitive, super sensitive.
Super sensitive, yeah.
You're using this light line. They don't bite very hard. Every now and again, this one bit pretty hard, but most of the time when they bite it, it's so subtle. Because they swim so slowly, they kind of just lumber around, and they suck the bait up and they just kind of lumber around a little bit more.
Coming to your aid, my friend.
Beauty. And that's a tiny one.
Yeah, that's a smaller one. Some guys are just really tied to the old J hooks and setting the hook and all that. The circle hook makes it so easy, so good for kids and people that don't pay that much attention. because you don't want one of those big, beautiful fish to be hooked in the belly right there. You don't want to lose a fish like that. You don't want to lose a fish like that. Smaller black drum, better to eat. These big ones, not the ones you want to eat. These are the big breeders. Put them back in the water. If you want some to eat, catch some redfish or something else. These are not going to eat so great.
These are really, really nice rods.
13 Fishing has done a great job with some really, really good saltwater actions. I like this medium heavy fast action, especially in a scenario like this where you're hoping to hook a big fish, you know, with some structure in the water. It's got enough backbone to help you turn a big fish's head, yet enough tip to feel the bite, you know, soft enough tip to feel the bite, and good actions for throwing topwater like you are and throwing jigs. So they do a great job, and their tarpon rods are ridiculous.
Yeah, the balance on this thing is quite good.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
it's
a real
perfect.
comfortable rod.
Yeah, balance is really good.
They've done a nice job. As a charter captain, I'm fortunate enough to get to enjoy the great outdoors and beauty of Florida every day. Today I'd like to introduce you to our great outdoors partner, the Plantation on Crystal River.
This hidden gem, located on the nature coast of Florida and the Gulf of Mexico, is a beautiful 50-year-old eco-friendly and green luxury resort hotel situated on 232 acres of lush preserved land. Surrounded by the natural springs of Kings Bay, there are more than 25,000 surface acres of pristine lakes, rivers, wildlife refuges, and state parks available for you to explore. Whether you prefer fresh or saltwater fishing, few places compare to Crystal River when it comes to Florida sport fishing.
Let the Plantation book you a fishing charter and enjoy a Florida fishing vacation of a lifetime.
Explore the rivers and lakes on a guided tour, rent a boat, or bring your own. This area is an incredible freshwater estuary fed by more than 40 named springs and home to more than 400 West Indian manatees that migrate each year to the warmth of the 72-degree spring waters. If you'd prefer something on land, take in a round of golf on the 18-hole championship course, or sharpen your skills on the par 31 Lagoons course with experienced professionals offering on-course instruction.
Maybe you'd like to try an underwater Easter egg hunt. That's what it's like when you go in search of scallops with just a mask, snorkel, and fins and bag to keep the scallops in. Be sure to have a dive flag too, as it's required by law.
There is no better place to hunt for scallops off Florida's Gulf Coast than the Plantation on Crystal River. Scalloping is a fun family activity that requires no previous experience. It's easier than you think. Just float along the surface of the shallow water and you'll see them hiding in the grass. Sometimes you can see their bright blue eyes peeking out of the scallop's shell. Dive down, grab it, and put it in your bag. If you can swim, you can scallop. When you've caught your quota, if you don't feel like shucking them yourself, there are people who will do it for you, for a price. The West 82 Bar and Grill at the Plantation will gladly prepare a scrumptious meal for you with your day's catch.
Scallop fishing is a seasonal activity only during summer months and does require a special permit. Check online for dates and then let the Plantation book your trip with a licensed group charter.
With so much to do in the Crystal River area, you'll definitely appreciate coming back to your first-class hotel accommodations. With 196 warmly appointed guest rooms and villas, you will experience Southern hospitality with Florida charm. Dine in style and savor authentic Florida cuisine in a relaxing setting at one of several dining locations. Let all your worries subside at the state-of-the-art spa, Spa Blue at Plantation. This one-of-a-kind Florida spa brings a new unprecedented level of comfort and relaxation to guests at the Plantation.
The Plantation on Crystal River is the place to stay and play. See for yourself why the Plantation on Crystal River is our great outdoors partner. We're here at the mouth of the Withlacoochee River. Just like Captain Mario said, it's been big black drum staging here. We're catching them on live shrimp or dead shrimp, doesn't really matter. They start out live and after a couple casts they're dead, doesn't matter, they're eating them anyway. So absolutely incredible. Got them from 15 pounds to 25 pounds or so. Absolutely incredible. look at the size of this one. This one, I was pulling the shrimp up after the drift. This one is a dandy right here. They're so strong that you can't really, they don't make mad runs. They just dig with their head.
Right, they're powerful.
And you want to be real careful. Again, I've only got 25-pound fluorocarbon leader on here and 10-pound braided line. So look at this beast here. Good golly, my friend.
Oh. Woo. Gotcha. Oh, had him. Oh, you need a bigger boat grip.
Yeah, baby, look at the size of that pig. You want me to lift that up for you?
You're gonna have to do this.
Yeah, I see that.
Golly.
Oh,
That is literally a 45, 46 inch long fish.
That is why they come right there.
Oh my gosh.
Ha ha! Captain Mario Castello, thank you very much, my friend. What a great, great day on the water. And shame on you for getting fish out of the plantation every day. What an absolutely incredible place here on Crystal River. If you're coming to Central Florida looking for a great place to stay, make sure you think about staying at the plantation. I can get you hooked up with Mario here. All you got to do is give me a call at 1-866-GAME-FISH. For more great fishing info, you can log on to the website, realanimalsfishingteam.com. Remember, you can follow me on Facebook at Facebook/RealAnimals. And until next week, don't let your kid be the one that got away.